where you could go to choose a company to set up your option trading. So I have my platform that I'm using. It's called Thinkorswim through TD Ameritrade. And say you're brand new and you have no idea. A lot of my beginner clients ask, which company should I use? Where do I find the companies to choose? Of course, when they're taking class from me, I would provide them with the companies. And I also help them set up their own watch list so they don't have to look everywhere. And the companies that is, has a good, decent volume, sizes, and the chart looks great. But if you're brand new, you're not really working with anybody else, I just want to give you a little bit of helpful tips. So you guys could go to CNBC. So go to Google. Under search bar, you could type in CNBC. So you could see I already have this pulled up. I'm going to look under the markets here. As you could see, it says market movers right here, right? Now, let's start with here. This is a Dow Jones. There's a NASDAQ. See how the companies move? And S&P 500. So by clicking S&P 500, these are the top market movers for today. VFC, these are the symbols. It's up at 6.075%. AMT's American Tower, 4.729%. Lilly Drug Company, 4.39%. And the matrix or market taxes looks like MKTX. Market taxes is 4.24%. UAA is 3.87%. And then these are the bottom market moves. They're like down markets. So here are the symbols here. So if you want to choose any companies that are top movers or the bottom movers, there you go. Or you could go under the NASDAQ, and now these companies are, changed, obviously. So top movers are PANW is the symbol, CRWD. Wow, look at this, PANW. It's like 9.69%. That's big. Top movers there. And this changes every day. Okay, and then here are the companies that are market moves that are on the bottom, which means it's down. So there we go. Ross Stores, Tesla, Dollar Tree, Moderna, O'Reilly. And then let's look under Dow Jones. Okay, here we go. Top, Cisco, CRM, MCD, McDonald's, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola are the top market movers under the Dow Jones. And then the bottom market movers are Boeing, Caterpillar, 3M companies, Honeywell, and Dow Incorporations. So you could choose companies right from the CNBC market movers here. So if the market is down, so we're going to take a look at this. Let's just say I'm going to go set up my options. And we've seen this at Cisco, right? So you always want to start with the monitor on the Thinkorswim platform and go to trade, and then you could just put in, any symbol. Let's just say Boeing. Okay. And let's check overall markets for today. Now, you could either market watch or visual. Both of this pulls up this market here. Okay, you could see some people say this may be a bearish market because there's more red. Some people say no, it's 50-50. It all depends. But even if this is like all red, meaning bearish market, you also have to check the individual companies as well, because just because this says all red, showing that it's a bearish, and if you will look at the specific company, for example, like a Boeing, let's see if it's a Boeing is a bearish or bullish market today. Okay. If we were to look at one-day movement, pretty much it indicates maybe it's a bullish. It's towards the ceiling here. And then you look at 5-day, it's probably more towards the floor here. It's only like $30 away, 117 away versus 120. And so I would say if we were to look at just 5-day movement only, I would say bearish market. Definitely 10 and 180-day chart shows that it's definitely a bearish market. Let's look at 20-day, yeah. So right there. So if you want to set up options, you can't just look at the one-day movement, because if you're setting up a down market saying that you're going to make money as the market goes down, and if you were to look at the one-day movement, you're not going to have your trade set up right? Because rarely, you're going to do a one-day trade. But there's people out there is doing that one-day trade. It's called day trading. So some people say, well, the market in one-day movement has reached as high as 122. So at 120.70, it could go up. So they may set up an up trade. Or some people will say, oh, it's 120, and here is the lowest market is 117, so I think it may go down. So then they'll set up a down trade. Depends on who you are and how you've been studied and what you feel comfortable doing. What I would like to do is I just like to look at the consistency. So if I was to look at the overall market, and if I'm doing anywhere between about 1 to 10-day trade, I would probably do an up trade according to looking at this chart here, 5 and 10-day and 20-day movement here. That's how I would decide. Again, but some of you guys may be the very beginning and it's like, I don't know how to choose company. Where can I find the companies? Again, we're going to go back to the CNBC, and you could go into S&P, NASDAQ, or Dow Jones and choose the company. I'm going to go with the Dow Jones, and let me see, Cisco. I'm going to do a market movers that are top categories here. So CSCO. Let's see what that looks like. Cisco System Incorporations. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, that's right. Looking at the one-day movement, definitely says 42.94. So yeah, it says just for today, it's been a top movers. That is correct. But when you look at 5-day and 10-day and 20-day movements, it's not so, not like a top movers here. It's more towards the bottom market move right there, right? Because it's 39, 40, 41, 42. There's only like $30 difference, $30.5 difference here. But then 42 and 52.96 in 20-day chart, there's like whole $10 movement. So if you were to look at 20-day movement, it's not a top market movers here. But for today, as we looked at it through the CNBC, and it is definitely the top movers for today here. So it's up to you. Again, if you're doing a one-day movement, but then you have to have enough money in your opening option buying power here to be able to close. If you have more than $25,000, you can go in and out of the trade one day. But if you have less than $25,000 on your option buying power, then you're restricted. So you would have to call TD Ameritrade and ask, how many times a week that you could do, like a day trading. There's a limit to it. But so goal is to have a 25,000, so you don't have that restrictions, and you could just set up a down trade on this, and then as the market moves down, you can make lots of money. You could close that same day. But if you don't have that, I would probably do a 7 to 10 day trade. Okay? Again, it depends on how you're looking at this chart to set up either down or up market. But using unique miracle systems that I teach, the strategies that I came up with to my clients, we have a secret. We have a live trading twice a week where during class we actually set up a real trade with their real money, as long as they have money in their real live account. And otherwise, they set up their virtual account to practice. But most of my clients by now, they are doing the live trading in their real account there. That's what I wanted to share. If you have any questions or concerns, if there's anything that I could do to help you out, please reach out to me. You could go to my YouTube channel under Unique Miracle System, or you could go to my Instagram. You could follow me, my social media, and I have videos through my YouTube channel that you could take a look and see what I do. Because in that video, I just share a few secrets how to set up a trade. That's all I wanted to share today. We'll see you on the next video.